Welcome to our channel, a place to explore, analyze and reveal creepy secrets, dark conspiracies and seemingly unbelievable stories that actually happen in real life. Today, we will take you on a haunting journey, where sweetness hides crime, where love is manipulated by greed, and where death comes quietly but is elaborately staged. The story revolves around Hayley, a seemingly perfect woman, but has a cruel plan to poison her husband Bill to steal life insurance money worth millions of dollars. Behind the weak, innocent and devoted appearance is a plot that is calculated step by step, lasting for months, causing the victim to gradually weaken until death becomes inevitable. From the outside, Bill had a dream life, a nice house, a stable career, and a young wife who always smiled kindly, taking care of his every meal and sleep. After years of loneliness and brokenness, Bill believed that he had finally found happiness with Hayley. But he had no idea that, at the moment he gave his full trust to his young wife, a silent death sentence was also signed. Hayley's plan did not start with anger or a moment of rebellion. It was built before she even agreed to marry. From the moment she learned that Bill had a huge life insurance policy, something he had bought in advance for his future family, Hayley saw an opportunity. Not to live comfortably with her husband, but to take it all alone. She started by making Bill fall in love with her blindly. It wasn't difficult, with her innocent appearance, touching stories about her unhappy childhood, and the times she accidentally appeared at the right time when he needed her. Hayley gradually entered Bill's life and mind. They got married quickly, with the congratulations of friends and relatives. No one suspected anything. No one questioned why Hayley didn't have family at the wedding. No one thought to investigate her past thoroughly because she was too perfect in everyone's eyes. After the wedding, Hayley quickly took control of everything in the house. She became the one who planned the menu, cooked, made tea, and even arranged the medicine cabinet. She knew that Bill often didn't pay attention to details, so every pill, every spoonful of sugar, every slice of lemon in the early morning orange juice was carefully calculated by her. The poison was introduced into Bill's body silently and slowly, like a chronic disease that naturally formed. At first, he felt tired and lethargic, then he had headaches, dizziness, and digestive problems. Bill thought it was due to work stress. Hayley was worried, suggested he go to the doctor, and always accompanied him like a model wife. The test results did not reveal anything obvious. The doctor concluded that Bill was weak due to stress, age, and an unreasonable diet. Hayley took the opportunity to intervene further, establishing a healthy diet, eliminating Bill's favorite foods, replacing them with organic foods and vitamins that she selected. Those vitamin pills were actually the main means for her to increase the daily dose of poison. Bill's health was getting worse. He was no longer alert in meetings, often forgot appointments, and sometimes got angry for no reason. But Hayley always acted as a mediator, apologizing for him and defending him. She was the one who suffered in everyone's eyes, the second victim. She played the role so well that Bill's friends felt more sorry for her than for him. However, Hayley understood that a sudden death would arouse suspicion, so she persisted in prolonging the poisoning phase. For nearly a year, she secretly poisoned Bill to the point where his body was clearly weakened. And then, when Bill began vomiting blood and had severe pain in his liver, Hayley took him to the hospital with a fake panic expression. Doctors discovered severe liver failure. Despite all efforts to save him, Bill still did not survive. The death was concluded to be natural due to chronic liver complications. No one requested an autopsy because Hayley had arranged it in advance. She said Bill had signed a no long-term medical intervention form and donated his organs. After only a few weeks of mourning, Hayley began to process the estate. It was all legal. Bill had signed her over. The $10 million insurance policy was also in her name, with no one else as the beneficiary. Everything was going so smoothly, so perfectly, and that caught the attention of one person, Monroe, the insurance company investigator. He couldn't understand why a healthy 45-year-old man with no medical history would suddenly die of liver disease. Monroe began to investigate back. He retrieved medical records, prescriptions, grocery receipts, photos, and videos of the house. A security camera in the corner of the kitchen, thought to be disconnected, captured a few moments of Hayley opening the bottle and changing the capsule. Although the image was blurry, the way she flinched when she saw the red light of the camera reflected in her eyes showed that she did not want anyone to know. Monroe approached Hayley with a calm appearance. He did not rush to question her, but only asked harmless questions. However, Hayley, who had lived in an environment of lies, quickly realized something was wrong. She changed her attitude. Refused to answer, refused to cooperate. Monroe did not give up. He cooperated with the forensics to restore a portion of hair that was left in the sample. The results showed traces of arsenic poisoning that had accumulated over time. It could not have been natural. This was circumstantial evidence. But it was enough for the court to accept the prosecution. As soon as the police issued an arrest warrant, Hayley was ready to flee. She transferred money to international accounts, booked tickets abroad under a false identity. But Monroe had anticipated it. He tracked her phone and car's GPS. Hayley was arrested at the airport, just hours before boarding a flight to Europe. When she appeared in court, Hayley did not defend herself. She looked silently at the judge, not crying, not afraid. But it is said that when she was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs, she turned her head and smiled, a smile as cold as ice, the smile of someone who had achieved her goal regardless of going to hell. After the trial, a series of articles exposed Hayley's past. She had used another identity, had disappeared from the town where a man 30 years older than her had died in similar circumstances. But the case was not investigated that year because he had no relatives. The pieces are connected. Hayley is not a victim, she is a hunter, a planned killer, a nightmare disguised as an angel. The case is closed, but its echoes make many people shudder. It is not only a story about a murder for money, but also a warning about things that seem beautiful but hide terrible destruction. If you find this story interesting and want to continue following other shocking details that we will continue to reveal in the next videos, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel today. Thank you for joining us.